Guys, I might be in just a little bit of a pickle. So I've been talking about getting some more DMX moving headlights for a while now, and I've talked about it in some videos, because I have these ones here from Temu that I made a whole video about, but I don't think I just want two in the light show, I want more. So I bought two of them from a guy that had them used and said they're in great quality and stuff, and I've looked at videos and they looked great. So these two are the Temu lights in these two boxes right here. And then today on my doorstep, this giant thing shows up. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a big box. Probably both the moving heads are in that box, right? Because surely, look at the size difference. These lights versus that lights. No! Another box showed up. I don't know why. I didn't think to really pay attention to the size of it. And I have these two little ones. But if this isn't like all cushioning or a bubble wrapper or something in here, and this is the full moving headlight, that's going to be a quite big size difference. I don't know, I might just be cooked, but let's unbox them. So, here it is for size comparison, so you can see how big it is compared to me. And, it weighs 33 pounds. So, as I was saying, yes, I might be in a little bit over my head because I didn't think about how big these are. But anyway, before we even start, thank you for watching How to Pixel. My name is Nick if you're new here. And yeah, today we're going to be unboxing and checking out these giant moving headlights. So yeah, no tutorial today, and I'm kind of glad because I've been getting a little bit tired of making those. I like actually being able to talk and not read off a script and make sure I'm not forgetting any information. These are a lot more fun to make. Also, I can't guarantee how well together this video will be put, because by the time you're seeing this, I've probably been at summer camp for like 4 weeks now. I'm going to be gone for a while this summer working at summer camp, so I've been trying to stockpile a bunch of videos to automatically upload, so it doesn't look like I just disappeared. And this will probably be the last of those automatic uploads before I'm hopefully back to actually upload stuff myself. So by the time I get around to editing this, I might have 2 days before I have to leave and rush through it. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. So where did I get these moving headlights from? Well, if anyone has seen the video I made about some Temu lights that I got, trying to see how their quality is, I talked about wanting to get more moving headlights to put on the roof for the light show this year. Because for those of you that don't know, this is probably going to be or actually is going to be the final big year of the light show. I have a whole video explaining all that here. But I want to make sure for this final year that I go out with a bang and that I have as many awesome elements in the light show, which is why I want moving heads. Now, I can't remember if it was on the Temu light video or a different one, but someone left a comment saying that they had some used ones that they were selling. So I contacted the guy, and over a month or two we had been talking, and I actually got these lights used from him, but they looked in great quality. They were from eBay, and I think these were the lights right here. I'll show a picture of them. So I asked a whole bunch of questions while I was talking with him, making sure that had all of the different like features I wanted and that they weren't damaged at all. I want perfectly good moving headlights. But the only thing I forgot to really check was the actual size of them. But other than that, I think they're going to be great. So I don't think there's anything really special about them. I'm just going to get to unboxing them. Now, I don't know if it's going to fit at the unboxing table because this is probably the biggest package I've ever unboxed, but we'll figure it out. So as you can see, one giant box that almost covers the entire table. Now, I have no idea where to start for this. I don't even know if I can reach to unbox it because I had to move my camera so far away to be able to show it. I'm not sure. I think we'll probably open it on this side, it looks like. I mean, the arrows are pointing up, meaning this is the top. I hope I'm okay to put it on its side. So I'm hoping that once I get these unboxed and once it gets a little bit darker out, that I can test these out on video so we can see how they look, if they're brighter than the Temu ones, and just the quality of them. Like I said, they are used, but from what I heard and saw, they didn't look really that used at all. I think the price of them was $400 a piece to buy them new. I'll show it on the screen, but I got them for a little over $400 for both of them, so pretty good deal. So I got it open on this side. Oh, it's a box inside a box. Nice. Okay, well, that's fun. I see a user manual. Okay, this is what the moving heads are gonna look like. They do look like they have a few more features than the moving headlights that I already have. And they do have more tilt to them too. They could tilt 270 degrees, rotate the normal 540, but my other lights can only tilt 180, so that will be cool. I'm not sure if I'll need that at all, but there's the option now. So I'll try and pull this box out of that box there, if I can. Finally, out of the big box onto the also big box, but smaller than the other big box. Let's get that box out of here. This thing is, oh, oops, okay. This thing is heavy, oh my goodness. Can I tip this thing upright without hitting my shelf? Let's see here. Almost 18.5 inches. Yes, I can tip it up without it hitting my shelf. That's a big moving headlight. Oh boy. I think that's probably or maybe I can tip it this way and it might be a little bit easier. Yeah, that will probably be better. There we go. Then I should just be able to pull this off. There it is. Wait. Oh, there's some stuff attached to this. Oh my goodness. That is massive compared to the other moving head that I have. Looks all good in here though. Let's see, I have some, it looks like some brackets of some type. Oh yeah, these definitely look stronger than the other brackets for the other head. It even has a safety cable, so if you hang it and the things come apart, you still have a safety cable so it doesn't fall on someone's head. And then we also have a massively thick power cable. This looks like one of the power cables you could chain from, so that way you could chain the power off of one of these to another one. I know with my Temu moving head you couldn't do that. You gotta have a plug for each individual one. But for this, it looks like you could chain it. I'm just not sure how many you could chain before it's too much and a little dangerous. It definitely looks more high quality than the Temu one though. And that's because the Temu one was like less than $100, I think. So that would make sense why this one looks a lot stronger. I'm just trying to figure out how to get this out without breaking it. I think I'm gonna do that, and then let's see here. Oh goodness, this thing is, I don't think I can say it enough how heavy this thing is. It's out though. Let's get the wrapping off of it. Oh my goodness. What have I done? What have I done? This thing is so big. I'll move the camera in a second so you can see it from a different angle. But this thing is absolutely huge. I'm gonna be able to like land a plane from my house. It's gonna be so bright with this. Here we go. Now you can see the full moving head. It is, I'm just gonna say it again because I can't stop saying it. It's so huge. But yeah, so we have a screen on the front. I don't think it's a touch screen, but you have buttons for it. So you can go through probably different menus and settings. And then on the back here, let's see if we can light this up. We have, it looks like four spots to plug in cables. And actually, let me spin this around so we can see it from here. Yeah, 4 different caps for connections. And we have a power in connector and a power out connector, DMX in and DMX out. This one has a clip for it. Oh, that's because on the DMX inside there's always a clip anyway, so that's why this one only has a clip, not the other one. I don't see a fuse on it anywhere. I'm not sure if it should have a fuse. I know the other one did have a fuse. The Temu ones had fuses on it. Maybe it's underneath, but I'm not gonna be able to look underneath because of how heavy this is. Here's a little view of the back side. Massive fan back here. This thing is so big. Here is an insane size comparison. That's the Temu light right there. I have 2 of those. I have 2 of these. I just haven't unboxed the other one yet. And I thought that was big. That thing, now seeing these 2 sizes, is so powerful for how bright it made the beam just out of this little thing has. So how bright is this one gonna be? I really can't wait to take this outside tonight and get some videos of it. I am not going to unbox the second one on camera because I don't feel like going... I am going to have to unbox it at some point, but not on camera because that was a pain to unbox. But I'm going to hook this one up right now. I want to see this thing in action. Well, this is another thing that's my fault for not checking, but I don't think this came with the power wires to power it. It came with chaining wires so I can chain the moving heads together, but these you can't plug into an outlet. So I, for a split second, thought about possibly using my wire that came with the Temu moving heads that has a plug on one end and the power connector on the other end, but I thought that was probably a bad idea because this wire seems, or I know it's way thinner than this wire is, and also it's Temu, so I don't know if I'd trust it to run something like this. And I still haven't figured out how much power that takes yet. After reading the manual, I still haven't found it. So I wasn't going to use this cable, but then what really confirmed that I should not use this cable is it even has a different connector. This connector will not fit into either of those because, as you can see, if I can hold both of them right here, you don't need to look at that end. That end is unimportant. It's these two ends right here. They're way different, and the black one looks thicker and more heavy duty and like ready to be used for these types of lights. Whereas this one, I would not trust using it with that big of a light that's probably going to take a ton of power. So I was just opening up the second one, which is a whole lot easier when you don't have a tripod in the way. And there is a power cable in this one, so I will be able to test one of these tonight and see what they look like. Okay, so here's the setup we have right now. I have my F16 V5 out there plugged in to a small little power brick, and it's just enough to power the board, and I have no power, no pixels or anything that needs power off of that, so that's fine. Ethernet cable, which runs to my computer, so I can update it live from X-Lights. And then I have an Ethernet cable down there, which I will actually plug in right now. That is going to go to the moving head. Okay, that's plugged in. That Ethernet cable goes around to the back of the moving head through an adapter that changes it from Ethernet, or not Ethernet, an RJ45 cable to a DMX cable, and then it goes into the moving head. I now have a DMX light on the moving head light. I hope you can see that okay. Yep, you can see that little blue dot right there. So now I should be able to send it data. We're outputting to the controller. Let's adjust the pan. There it goes. And I can now move the pan around and make the moving head move. Seems to be moving at a decent pace. I think it's about the same speed as the other moving head. Very quiet, and I don't hear any like crackling or popping sounds, so that's good. There's the tilt view. I'm doing it nice and slow. And I really like that this has 270-degree tilt. So I could put a spotlight on something. I don't know if I will do that, but if I want to, I can. Maybe it'll make it easier for debugging things at night when the light show's not working, because I could just point a moving head down at the ground and light up the ground for me. Oh my goodness, we have light, we have strobing, we have things, what? Okay, well, I was just touching random channels. I just turned all of the lights off in here, and that's how bright it is with it shining at the floor in here. I'm gonna move it around and do some other things with it. Let's test, like, turning it very bright. And we can change the tilt. Oh, and there goes the fan. I just heard the fan kick on. Tilt it up. Very, very insanely bright. Once again, I am mind blown with a DMX moving head. Like, this one is way better than the Temu one. So I have it hooked up to my controller out here, laptop running X-Lights, and let me just show you the beam here. You can very, very clearly see that in the sky. That is the moon right there, and that is you could see the bugs in the beam up there, all flying in it. And let me show you it from the road. It's a little bit harder for the camera to catch it since I'm not behind the light, but you could still barely see it on camera. If I switch to fancy settings, I can adjust the brightness of the camera so it can see it better. So it's going to be really grainy, but this is what it looks like in real life when you look up, like, not through a camera, but looking at the actual moving headlight. It is so insane. So I can switch through all of the different colors and make it appear any color. Almost all the colors are just as visible. So I can make green visible, blue visible. So let me switch it on here. Red is a bit harder to see, like always. And but any of the brighter colors you can easily see. So that is, I think, channel 10 it was. No, wait, channel 10 is the rainbow. Channel 8 it should be. Green's a little bit harder to catch on camera. You actually can't really see it at all. You'll see an occasional little light, which is a bug flying through the beam. And then you have pink. Pink shows up a little bit bluish on the camera, but you can still see pink very clearly. Yellow looks awesome. Yellow is very visible. You can easily see yellow pointing up through the light right here. And then here's the true blue color. Blue shows up very well, almost just as well as white. It is very bright. I'm going to shine it on the tree now so you can see how bright it is shining onto a tree. Here's blue just shining on the tree, and it is extremely bright. I could easily see the tree. I'm going to switch it to white so you can see it when it's even brighter. There is white, and it's appearing kind of green because of the tree being green. Another one I liked is when I switch it to the rainbow effect that this one has. Rainbow looks so cool when it's shining onto something. Unfortunately, you can't see much with the beam. Those lines that you see are the telephone lines. But rainbow looks really awesome on the tree. And then here's some of the effects with the prism. So this is like triangles of some sort. Almost looks like the recycling logo. And then if we point it straight upwards, looking right up, it looks like it just goes on forever. And it is extremely bright. It looks so cool. And you can't, like I said, on camera see it that well. The camera kind of loses it. But like I said, I'll take tons of pictures and show them all. But I think I'm gonna go inside to talk about the rest of this. So there you go. Those are the awesome, amazing moving headlights that I got that I think are gonna look so awesome for this year's light show. I did want to show a little bit more with like the menus and other stuff involved with them, but I have to cut this short because I leave for the summer in 15 hours. I don't actually have a watch on. That's just something I do all the time whenever I have to guess the time. But seriously though, I will probably have more videos showing them in the future, whether it's the full behind the scenes video or a setup video or something, but they will be in this year's light show and I think they will look awesome. One thing I did get to test though afterwards that I didn't get on video was how much power it took, because I was a little bit curious with that. And with both of the moving heads on full white, which is the brightest and that's what takes the most power, while moving, so all the motors are running, both of them took around 2.5 amps. That's on 120 AC volts, so if you do the math, that's like it's 300 watts, so it's actually not bad at all. I think that's pretty power efficient. I was expecting them to take like 300 watts a piece. Now I am curious, do you like these style videos more or the other ones where I'm doing a lot more detailed tutorials and stuff? So please feel free to let me know your opinions in the comments below. Do you want more detailed tutorials or more videos about the stuff I'm doing with my light show and kind of no script videos where it just goes wherever? Or both, which is what I normally do, but since right now we're in the first half of the year, I don't have much to do with the light show. But when this video comes out, it will be in the later half of the light show season, so I'll probably be doing a lot more work on my show, leading to a lot more videos just about my show. If you have any questions or comments about anything in this video, please feel free to let me know in the comment section down below, and I will try to respond as soon as I can. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.